Amazing. Jerry, hi, it's Christine. Listen, jackpot, Jerry, we found it! Call Phil. Let's triangulate on this offline ASAP. Three feet, 4.5 inches. Jerry! Isn't it perfect, Jerry?
Oh, Christine!
You won't believe some of these measurements.
I can only imagine.
And I'm thinking, to complete the space, we can put up some walls, and maybe some more windows, and maybe even some stained glass.
Like a church!
A business! Is Phil on his way?
Phil is coming.
Is everything all right with Phil, Jerry?
Yeah, Phil's got that white smoke meeting with Taiwan today.
Oh?
Big proposal over Skype, I think.
I was CC'd on that at one point, but I stopped getting the emails. So is that still happening?
Yeah, they liked a few of our spreadsheets with the 2018 Q2 figures and sent a request for proposals last week.
Why don't I know about this, Jerry?
Sorry, we've been hammering it out around the clock the past couple days. Phil's been sleeping in the office.
Oh, God, okay. Well, you have to keep me ITL on these dealings. There is no reason I shouldn't be aware of everything in a business our size.
Sorry, Christine.
Please give me a hand with these measurements, Jerry.
Of course, Christine.
8 feet, 2 inches. Ten feet, 3 inches. 3 feet, 1 inch. You know, I believe in the elegant arrangement of space, Jerry. Good design. You cannot underestimate the impact of good design in the workplace. You need a finely considered space to enable the flow of ideas. A harmony of physical elements to tear down the flood walls of mental blockage and enable a superior cognitive state. Calm, alert, tenacious. 3 feet, 3 inches. Our space now is just not conducive to a harmony of idea and activity.
No, it isn't, Christine.
I mean, we're practically being oppressed.
You're completely right. The circumstances are less than ideal.
We are literally squashed into a back room.
Very tight quarters, not great for best practices.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Phil's dad has been very generous to lend us the room.
Free of charge.
Free of charge, but Jesus! Between the smell of burnt tomato sauce and fucking flour everywhere, I don't know if I can survive another workday cycle in that place. And Jerry, look at this space! Imagine the productivity, the turbocharge. We could really get this business back in the left lane.
Yeah, thanks, Ping. Well, those stats are just Q2, not projected for the whole fiscal year. Well, those are just the projections from Caracas vis-a-vis the situation in Curacao, Ping. My numbers guy, Jerry Wexler, did a deep dive on the R&D data, and we have a lot of confidence in our Montevideo figures from a purely Cratalytics perspective. And really nothing looks great going forward in Paraguay until you start to project those 2019 figures on the domestic and international markets, but you run the risk of driving beyond the headlights. Lots of growth, that's right. Broad projections across the Uruguayan interior in 2018, maybe a 6 or 7% delta over 12 months, give or take some fairy dust. Might mean redundancy for a few hard hats, but a couple grip and grins, and we're looking at a real golden goose caliber asset down the line. Thanks, Ping. That's right. It's not about the money. It's about the money! Okay, thanks, Ping Guy Run Chow. Oh my God, will you look at this space?
Hey, cowboy!
So that was Taiwan. Ping needs to run the numbers by their board in Zurich. And I told him as soon as he can get his revised spreads back to us, we just need to shoot them by our VCs in Philadelphia and prep for a presentation the following Thursday to finally get the rubber on the road on this thing.
Cowboy, did you run those 2018 Q2 projections past Taiwan's database analytics team? My margin of error has been all over the place on the Uruguay stats.
I'm gonna play one card at a time with Ping unless he brings it up, but thanks, Jerry.
Phil, question. Why don't I know about any of this? I was CC'd on the thread when the account first started, but it ghosted for me in November.
I'm sorry, boss. I forgot to include you originally when we resumed in Jan, then Figured you had enough rocks in your backpack, and I could lead this one past the goalposts.
Think we can finally move the needle?
If Ping and I can get our ducks in a row, we should be looking at a green light soon.
Cowboy! Doesn't this place just take your breath away?
Yeah. Sheesh, what's the price point?
Reasonable.
Measurements look good?
Fucking excellent measurements! We can really widen the jaws here.
Wow. Great.
Sure beats the hell out of our current office. Eh, cowboy? Sort of a no-brainer, huh?
I mean, we've got a pretty good deal at our place.
Okay, you call a windowless room behind a brick oven a good deal? I don't have a single article of clothing that doesn't smell like yesterday's pie.
I mean, of course this space looks great, but we've had an office rent-free for months in the very center of downtown. You can't beat that location.
Christ, Phil, it's a glorified utility closet. We can barely all fit in there at the same time.
It is a bit
Listen,
tight.
I've been sleeping in the office since Monday, hammering out these docs for Ping's board
And
meeting.
if I
should
see
know.
one more extra cheese slice, I swear to God, I'll puke my guts.
Pulse check, Christine. My father was extremely generous to give us a room in the back of his personal business, and you ate more free slices than any of us.
I think that checks
Look,
out.
Phil, there is no comparison. Look at this space. The windows, the light, the air. We could actually fit a desk in here. 3 desks.
We have a desk at our place?
You have a desk, Phil. Jerry and I just have chairs.
We all share that desk.
Every time we have a client, I have to meet them at the front and walk them through the whole goddamn pizza kitchen.
What clients? You don't have any. And is it really so oppressive having an office right in the middle of downtown? I mean, have you looked at this neighborhood? There is not a single full-service digital import-export statistical management and logistics solutions company within 5 miles of here. We're the only suits on the block, Christine. That doesn't bother you?
We are on the bleeding edge, Phil. Can you imagine the percentage delta on our productivity curve from a space like this? Jerry, squeeze the sponge on a few of those figures we were cooking up before Cowboy got here.
Yeah. It looks like 8 foot 2 inches in the east quadrant, 3 foot 2 inches for the north wall, roughly 10 foot 3 inches from front to back, so double that and subtract a couple inches for the depth. The volume is magnified by the vaulted ceiling, so no precise measurements yet, but the height looks promising. Possible lofted furnishing potentials and a high dynamic productivity curve range based on our 2016 model modulation.
See? Listen! We've needed a space with a real sense of design. A material surrounding to facilitate our most lucid selves. A space that will achieve a harmony with our business mission and inspire us to even greater commercial heights. I'm talking about getting back to true north here, Phil. Clarity. A clarity we have never once known in the back room of your father's pizza shop.
Okay, so my father, the only actual investor in this business, that might I add, has yet to produce a single penny, is now the villain? Does that make sense? My old man was kind enough to give us a spare room in a building his father built with his own 2 hands, and this is how you repay him? By taking a jab at the petty inconveniences of having an office in a pizzeria.
Why don't we reel this in a bit, guys?
It's called ambition, Phil. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's one of those things you only respond to if you have a little bit yourself. Running a digital import-export statistics and logistics solutions team between the brick oven and the mozzarella cheese storage at Worldwide Pies does not qualify. Jesus Christ, I keep a grease towel next to my mouse pad.
So now I have no ambition? That's a new one. That's a real velvet lip you got there, Christine. Real nice. How's this for clarity? You bring me in just to use my father's pizza shop and then spit on it the moment you're out the door.
What are you doing?
You parade around these international contacts and analytic solutions to these fucking bumpkins who have no idea what you're talking about.
Phil, no.
You swooped me in and pitched me on this weapons-grade black belt SWAT team Tiger Squad when it's just me, you, and Jerry.
We're just getting started, Phil. These are growing pains.
No. I'm going back to real life.
What are you talking about?
I can finally see through the fog, Christine. I've been drinking from the fire hose, and I'm officially delayering myself. Laying the silver on the table and eating the frog. Filing 13 on this kabuki dance, this fucking goat rodeo. My old man does us a real kindness, a real pure act of generosity. And this is your attitude? I can't be in business with someone without a dime of human decency.
No.
God damn it, Jerry, lay off!
Let's pump the brakes for a moment, Phil.
Phil! God damn it, Phil! You can't quit before we've made any money.
We're never gonna make any money, Christine!
What?
With all due respect, you were a goddamned anthropology major, and I have no idea what we're importing or exporting!
Christ, Phil, that's why we've got a numbers guy, like Jerry!
I'm tired of faking phone conversations so we can feel like we're doing something. I mean, Jerry, what was our revenue Q3 this year?
0.
Q2?
0.
Income in the last annual.
Technically less than 0.
See? I'm not just humming a tune here. We haven't made a single new contact since we started 3 months ago, and all I've seen you do is eat my father's free pizza.
Please, Phil.
That is not true!
It is!
Ah! Oh.
Phil, maybe you should step outside and punch the tree for a second.
No, I'm going back to my old life. Before you rolled through campus in your station wagon and shanghaied me with a whisper of enterprise and commerce. Full service digital import, export, statistical management, and logistics solutions. Christ! I run around all day putting socks on an octopus, pissing in the ocean. It's a pig and a python. I never should have mentioned my father's back room in the first place.
Not so fast, Phil! You're not the only one who left a life behind for this enterprise. What about me? What about my dreams? What do you think I was doing before I strolled into that hostel in Bucharest and met the Swiss man who convinced me how easy it was to break into this business? God damn it, Phil! I was going to be an architect! I had a real bright future ahead of me, so don't stand there and tell me we're out here flying a kite! I just wanted to get a team together to tackle some business opportunities. This was always about the team, us, together, me, you, Jerry.
Christine, no. This is just a blip on the radar. We're still the Tiger team you assembled from day one.
No, it's over. I can't work full time at this charade.
I was trying to up-level us into a market full of low-hanging fruit, but you never wanted to scale heights with me and Jerry. You were so obsessed with keeping your powder dry, you never once opened your kimono.
You don't think offering my dad's back room was opening my kimono?
You know what I mean, Phil! Keeping me off email chains, always playing devil's advocate with my ideas. What could possibly be wrong with this space? It's beautiful. And it is superior to our brick oven office in every conceivable way.
Of course this space is beautiful. Obviously. It's probably perfect for us, Christine. But that doesn't mean you can just trash the gift my father gave us right in my face. I mean, I may not come from the banks of Bucharest or the summits of Switzerland, but that doesn't mean you can bash my own father's contributions. That's where I come from, okay? I can't just take a bath and wash that away. And you don't see how much that hurts, but I'll tell you, a lot! I'm sorry!
Hey, cowboy. Hey. It's okay.
Your vision has always been so big, Christine. I feel like I'm playing catch-up. Trying to bat 1,000, but all stressed out worrying about the 9th inning.
It's okay, cowboy.
Christine, you may think this a little kumbaya, but I feel like you don't respect my world. Who I am.
Cowboy. There is no other rep I would rather work with womb to tomb than Phil Seitz Robinson. And I say that with no wordsmithing whatsoever. Here is a man who will take on a work stack no matter how high. When everyone else is at 0 cycle bandwidth, When I'm tied up with sea-level duties, when Jerry is doing rocket surgery on the numbers, a man who knows exactly when to full court press or punt and regroup if the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Here is no window licking, gold brick, or sizzle but no sausage office pigeon. Christ, no. This is Phil Cowboy Sights Robinson, a black belt sniper whose core competencies include spotting a green field or a blue ocean at 1,000-mile distance.
Thanks, Captain.
Look, gentlemen, I know I'm not perfect. I know I have a few problem areas, but as your dutiful manager and CEO, I will never follow the mushroom principle. I will never keep you in the dark and feed you shit. From this day forward, I pledge to be a better manager. Now, let's pivot on this and paddle on both sides towards our next oxygen move. Inking the deal on this space!
Christine, yes! I think going forward, the only issue is we're not entirely prepared to put down the deposit at this juncture from a core funding perspective.
Sorry?
We are funding. We haven't had any income. Ever.
Oh.
Yeah, we're broke. In fact, I think we're pretty seriously in the red.
Fuck.
Shit.
Phil, Cowboy, any chance we could borrow some liquid from your father?
No.
Come on, I watched that place like a hawk. He's doing great over there.
No, I mean, I don't think he can swing that right now.
Jerry, your parents?
Sorry, boss. They cut me off years ago.
Okay. We're gonna have to re-triangulate on this. Pivot back to the phones. We need to get on the phones and raise a little bit of money. Where do you stand with Ping, Phil?
Ping and I went to high school together. I think he works in the mailroom at UPS.
So that was all.
Oh, performance. Yeah, I thought that was what you wanted. Act like business is booming and
it booms for you! Okay. Well, these sorts of tactical issues have never really been the long pole in my tent, but my gut says eyes on the long game. Let's close play today. Meet for a visioning session tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pulse check. Figure out how to pay the piper without boiling the ocean. We got a 3-day runway on raising funds, so if we can shotgun a few quick victories, I think we can spitball this into a real chance. Let's sunset the personal differences and wake these tall foreheads with a golden shower that's sure to get every deep pocket in the county prairie dogging for a glimpse. Until then, ready?
Fire!
Aim?
Tiger Team!